Hello everyone, it's me, Jenna Ryan with Self Love You. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the topic of the narcissist cackle, the narcissist voice. This is a voice that I hear as my own internal inner critic, that I have to combat, that comes up and tells me I'm not good enough. And it comes from generations of people who had narcissistic tendencies. It comes from the culture that tells me I'm not good enough. It comes from other people. It comes from narcissism. It comes from narcissists. It comes from people who aren't narcissists who just pick up on the habit. It is the narcissist cackle. It is the voice of the narcissist. I'm not saying that any one person has this. I'm saying all of us have the voice of the narcissist, the voice of the narcissist inside. And this is the voice of comparison. This is the voice of you're not good enough. This is the voice of criticism towards others and criticism towards self, and constantly telling self, you're not good enough. You know, here's what the voice sounds like. I mean, I have it down pat, and whenever I hear it inside of me, I just cringe, because I've learned to become a mindful person and be very mindful of the thoughts that are flowing in my mind, and also be very mindful of the people that I allow in my life, and the people that are speaking to me, being very mindful that the information that they're bringing to me is very pure and clean, and if it's not, then I know to reject it. So the narcissist cackle is like this, okay? It's like, did you see what she was wearing? Did you see how ridiculous that was? Could you believe she actually did that? Can you believe she wore that? Can you believe he did that to me? Can you believe what she's wearing? Look at that. He looks so ridiculous. Can you believe he said that to me? It is a air of superiority. It is the false self. The false self trying to actualize itself, trying to become, trying to act like it's better than. It's grandiosity. It's the voice of you're not good enough. It's the voice of, you mean you think you're able to do a yoga pose? Who are you? You're a nobody. You're the worst yogi in this whole class. Who do you think you are? Or you think that girl's going to want to go out with you? There is no way. You don't have any money. Why would she want to go out with you? You just think you're hot. You think she's going to say yes to you. She's going to turn you down. Nobody cooks better than I do. How dare she think that she could make a better kumquat stew than me? It's that voice. Do you understand? It's that cackle of ha ha ha. It's a fake laugh. It's a comparison. It's saying, I'm better than you. Who do you think you are? And it's just a spirit. It's a spirit of narcissism. It's a spirit of I'm better than you. And it's a spirit of lies. Because the truth of it is that if you know the truth, you know that you're worthy with or without the fact that your kumquat stew is not the best in town. The narcissist would have you believe in the illusion that if your kumquat stew is not better than theirs, that you're worthless, that you're lower on the totem pole. But hello, I have news for you. This is an illusion. It's not true. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what your social status is. It doesn't matter, because you're worthy and valuable no matter what. And nobody has a right to sit there and judge you all day long. And you certainly shouldn't be judging yourself. So what happened in my life is I grew up around this narcissist cackle. How dare you? Who do you think you are? You're not good enough. You're not able enough. And this was something that was passed on from generation to generation in a part of my family. So it's an underlying thing. It's subconscious. It's not conscious. And then sometimes it's conscious. Sometimes it's outright gossip. Sometimes it's outright making fun of others. Sometimes it's outright telling other people how much better we are than other people. But I'm here to tell you that that is narcissism. And that is not the truth. And that is not what is necessary in life. You can have a really great life without ever talking bad about anybody. You can have a really great life without ever looking down on others. You can have a really great life without ever criticizing yourself for not being perfect. You can have a really wonderful life and fulfill all your purposes without all this bull crap of this narcissist cackle that's trying to tell you that there's some sort of top of the heap that you can actually attain. Guess what? We're all going to the same damn place, and that is to the ground. We're all going to the same place. There is no higher, there is no lower. We are all equal, no matter if you hear somebody cackling or not. Let the cacklers cackle. Just like blah, 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 blah. What do you know? That voice inside of us, we need to eradicate the voice. And how do we do that? We do that by combating it. By combating it with self-parenting techniques, with positive self-talk, with taking care of our feelings, because this cackle, this narcissistic cackle is going on constantly in some of our minds, and most of our minds, because society would say, hey, you don't look like her, you don't look like him, you don't have what he does, you don't, and would rip you to shreds and cause you to feel shame to your very core of your being. So what you have to do is you have to fight against that voice, and you have to stand up to the voice and say, F you. If you don't cuss, then just say, kiss my butt. Figure out something that works for you. You need to combat the voice inside that's telling you you're not good enough. And then you also need to come back and protect yourself against it in the future and start journaling. If you catch yourself cackling at yourself, or even if you're cackling at others. I mean, you don't want to criticize. If you're criticizing other people, that is just like criticizing yourself, because we're all one. We're all united, and it's just an illusion that we're separate. And this grandiosity and this narcissistic cackle is a way that the ego differentiates itself and tries to set itself apart and make itself better, because it doesn't realize who it really is. At the core of our being is love, unconditional love. And the ego of the narcissist doesn't realize that. Doesn't realize that we're all united, doesn't realize that we're all equal. And so it constantly, the voice of the ego, the voice of narcissism, constantly is comparing and looking down on others and trying to find ways that you're superior. And most of the time, finding ways that you do not match up to the standard that the narcissistic illusion that the ego has provided for you to live up to, which is bull-lona. It's all baloney. It doesn't make sense at all. If you really look at it, if you really get down to the core of it, you go, okay, this is baloney. This is not anything. These people are wrong. That's not the pathway to happiness. That gives me nothing. You know, you can work your butt out and you can get abs of steel and you can look amazing and you can look 21 when you're 50, but guess what? It doesn't do anything for you. It's an illusion. It's just an illusion. It's just the external. What's most important is peace in your heart and self-love and understanding who you are. Not trying to live up to this cackling woman who says, oh, can you believe? I mean, sometimes I'll look at myself in the mirror and I hear this woman, you know, just any number of them saying, oh, look at her. She is this, this, and this. I can hear it in my head. I can hear it and I go, no. No more. I am fine the way I am. I look fine. I am enough. My looks are not all that matters. Or whatever it is. I mean, this comes up in a million different ways. But that narcissist cackle is the inner critic that can also turn into the outer critic that can cause lots of problems. And so I encourage you to listen for it and begin to combat against it by fighting it, first of all, verbally in your head saying, no, that's not right. And then overcoming it with positive self-talk and then also journaling about it so that you can really catch yourself doing this. And also, when you see that you have someone in your life who's always talking bad about other people and always putting other people down, or I've seen people who every year get gifts from a certain lady for Christmas. This woman sends all these gifts to this family. All these gifts, this big box of gifts. And every year they open the gifts and they talk negatively about every single gift that the woman has purchased. Like, can you believe she gave me lip gloss? Can you believe it? Look at this stupid, I mean, it's just this crazy game that people are playing. Oh no. So anyway, that's what I've seen people do, and it's just ridiculous, and it's just rude, and it's just nasty, and it's just disgusting, and it's a voice, and it could be inside of you because that's what our culture does. A lot of the talk shows and a lot of the people that are comics or making fun of other people, you just want to be really careful about not letting that system, that voice, that narcissistic cackle of the ego, grandiosity, comparison, you're not good enough. Make sure that doesn't get off on you, and make sure that you're not spilling it off onto other people. Some people don't feel that they can connect unless they're talking negatively about other people. Can you believe she does videos on the internet? Can you believe she's got a picture of something on her wall? Can you believe her lighting is not good enough? I mean, that's what I can hear it. Can you believe? Can you believe? That's the narcissistic cackle of comparison and trying to make yourself better than other people. We're not better than or less than. We're equal. We're all the same. And some of us have gifts, and we need to be appreciative of those gifts and love them for those gifts. And then realize our own gifts and realize our own potential and live up to our own potential, but not to rub it in anyone's face, just so that we can bring our gifts and our callings and our talents to the universe for other people to enjoy. And we don't have to be around people who are constantly tearing others down and constantly pulling us into the drama triangle of persecuting other people. That's what it is. It's a voice of persecution. It's the voice of judgment of other people. And that's the cackle. And I finally got this video out. I feel so much better. I hope you like it. I hope that you will share it. And I hope that it resonates with you. And I hope that you can get rid of this cackle if you have it inside of you. And I hope you're ready to eradicate it for good. I'm Jenna Ryan. This is Self Love You. Talk to you soon.